What's going on, everybody? It's Matt from the Hair Transplant channel here. Before I start today, I would really like to thank you so much. Look at this, guys. We reached 1,643 subscribers. Thank you very much for that. Your messages on WhatsApp, Facebook, it's been overwhelming literally last days. Thank you so much for that. I wish you a great year, everybody. I would just say let's start right now. You are probably wondering where you can see my desktop today. I just want to show you guys how I used to look a year ago before I went onto my hair transplant. I was a fitness YouTuber, so to say. You can see my hairline, you know, my forehead, it was quite big, and you know, it was very high. And this video is gonna be for all you guys who are thinking about going to hair transplant and are still wondering, should I do it, should I not do it, is it gonna be painful, are people gonna notice? And I'm telling you, everybody who seen me before and sees me right now, either some people do not notice the difference, but if they notice, they're like, wow, this is a huge difference. So yeah, I mean, you can check my channel if you want. It's called Matt Dominance, or this is my name, you know, so you can just check it on YouTube. I'm not posting any videos on my fitness channel. I'm doing some private coachings on fitness and stuff, but I'm not really doing YouTube videos anymore. The George Clooney, you can see the hairline here, I call it the arrow, the arrow hairline, you know, when your edges, when you start receding on the edges here, and you kind of get this kind of hairline, which he had back then. I mean, he's clearly much younger on the left picture than he's on the right picture, and you can see the right picture, even though he's older, his hairline is much lower. It was set much lower, and the frame is just amazing. You know how it just looks so symmetrical right now. It just looks much symmetrical right now. Like his hairline right now with 60 or 50, 60 is almost like a child's hairline. You know, you can check out. I mean, you can check out just some pictures of a child. I mean, not a child. Let's check. I don't know, like Justin Bieber when he was like 15 years old, and his hairline. Okay, let's check just Justin Bieber, and we can see his hairline over here. I mean, okay, let's just choose this picture here. See that, you know, see that frame, like very low forehead and like crazy low hairline and precise one. And now we come back to George Clooney. Okay, you can see George Clooney is almost the same frame, even though he's like a couple more years older than Justin Bieber is right now, right? So George Clooney wouldn't be where he is today without his almost perfect hair transplant. Even his seductive look, you know, wouldn't be what it is today without a hair transplant, right? Am I doing it right? All right, let's go to George Clooney. How he would look like if he hadn't done the hair transplant. I can show you a sample, right? So you can kind of see how he would probably look like without his hair transplant, right? Assuming his kind of arrow-looking balding pattern, I would say this would progress like this. Probably this would be more like receded at the sides, and the front would be more like, all right, more density and at the peak, right? So do you know the old James Bond guy? You know, I don't know his name, Sean Connery, I guess. This is more kind of like this Sean Connery look to me, like George Clooney. Let's move on to, and to be honest, not everybody can just look great bald. You know, people say, yeah, shave it off, get a beard and stuff like that, but literally it won't make you look tough or make you look so masculine or as by some other guys, like, I don't know, like Jason Statham. You know, like this is the example. You know, why do we like Jason Statham? Because he's just this badass bald guy, you know, even though he has a really high for it. It looks like huge, but it still looks so masculine because of his head shape. And this is like 1%, I would say. Okay, maybe just Justin Timberlake is another guy who looks very good with a short or even bald head. But Jason Statham is the number one guy. You know, it just suits his personality, his head shape. You know, and I like this one. Like the best hairstyles for balding men, and everything what they do is just at the end just shave it all off. That's the hairstyle for balding men. Interesting. All right, now let's move on to another guy. This is Johnny Depp. I still think Johnny Depp might have done some hair transplant in the course of his life, because this, look at this. At the receding top here, it looks to me just much more receded here, the hair at the top, and look at the edges. They are much bigger, I would say, much more receded than it's here. What do you think, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I just think he might have done some hair transplant. The next one is no one else than Adam Levine from Maroon 5, the singer, right? Or from the show Voice of US, if you watch it. Look at his receding top. Yeah, I haven't even know that such picture. That there is some such picture on the internet, but I found it, fortunately. So yeah, that's how he looked. The forehead much bigger, and look at him right here, the same here. You can see the receded top. He just kept his hair short because he didn't want to like have this long receded hairline, and it just doesn't look good. So what people usually do is just keep their hair short as possible. And he just didn't want to probably shave his head because probably he wouldn't look so good. But anyways, that's how he looks right now. Clear difference, precise hairline, not too low as George Clooney. There are still little edges, but it looks very natural to me. Very symmetrical face. This spiky haircuts. Yes, probably something like I have right now. You know, this spiky haircut, like maybe like 4 or 5 centimeters on the top. Looks very good, makes you look masculine if you grow some beard, you know. And if you don't have if you're not gifted with a good head shape, I'm neither, right? So don't be guilty about that. Don't feel guilty. And Adam Levine is not. Doesn't have a good head shape either. Like if you check some picture of Adam Levine. While bald, he doesn't have a really good head shape, you see? So he made a great decision as well, you know? He doesn't have a perfect head shape, you know? If you compare it to like Jason Statham, that's like no way. You know, he has bigger ears, and he has like real his head shape is not that masculine when it's bald, like is the case with Jason Statham, right? I accidentally stumbled upon these pictures of Enrique on the left. You can see like this is a lot of receding, a lot of bald areas on his corners here on the edges. Probably on the left side the same story here. So look at him, what he did. Look at him. What he did with his hair, it's amazing. I really like it. Look at his facial aesthetics. He's quite good-looking guy, naturally very good-looking guy. But even him, look at it, guys. Even the best-looking guys like Enrique Iglesias, if they lose their hair, they don't have so much power. So you can see how important the hair is, especially in his case. And his face, to me, is quite symmetrical, right? There is like his beard, his eyes, the nose, like his ears, his eyes, like everything is quite symmetrical. So yeah, this is Francisco Fabregas. If you are not in football, in soccer, you wouldn't know him. You don't know him. But yeah, look at this. This is receding hairline, left and right. The front is pretty thick to me, but the right one is a lot of receding areas here. Let's look at him right now. Look at this, guys. It's almost George Clooney hairline, you know? This is pretty precise hairline here. And there are these zigzags, actually. You can see that this is not that thick actually. You know, if you compare it to compare it to the rest of his hair, it's not that thick actually. So this is actually here you can notice the hair transplant. In a case of George Clooney, you probably wouldn't notice that. Look at this thickness here. But in his case, you will notice, because you can see these zigzags. It's almost like randomly planted hairs in not very thick ways. Yeah, in not a very thick way. So again, hair transplant surgeons always say that this is what we do to make the hairline look natural. But in some cases, I would say that this is way less natural than this, right? So this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think again in the comment section. And let's move to another guy, to another hair transplant. Matthew McConaughey played in a couple of movies, right? You will notice, you will know him for sure, Wolf of Wall Street and Magic Mike. So yeah, you can see the receding hairline, probably something similar to my case one year ago, right? So yeah, the receding edges, even the front, very receding, and look at his hairline right now. It's just magical. Magic Mike, this is the magical Matthew McConaughey, right? So yeah, very well done. Let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, and post a lot of comments, guys. Any question that you have and your opinions on those actors and singers and football players that I posted here. What do you think about that? What do you think? What do you think? Let me know if you like this video. Smash that like button, guys, and subscribe to my channel. And let me know if you would like to see more of such videos from me. It's up to you how you decide. And thank you again for watching, and see you in the next video.